Hello and welcome to this spooky edition of The Update. I'm your terrifying host, Karan Batija.
And I'm your boo!
Stop doing that, Sarah. A Canadian chocolate factory is in the process of being converted into a cannabis production and processing plant. Imagine getting a golden ticket to tour that facility.
Police in Seattle are searching for someone who incinerated a University of Washington fraternity's mailbox. We here at The Update find this act deplorable and want Seattle police to know we have absolutely no idea who did this. Wink.
Sarah, it doesn't work if you say wink. And now for an in-depth look at sports. It's Ben Dupé. Ben?
Thanks, Kron. And you know what, by the way, thank you for telling me about the whole costume thing, jerks. Okay, let's get this out of the way. In baseball news, the St. Louis Cardinals and the Boston Red Sox are duking it out for the World Series. Weird, isn't it, how it's always American teams that make it to the final? Anyway, I'm only mentioning this because our floor director, Ronnie, insisted that we say something. That's Ronnie over there. No, Ronnie, shut the up. Anyways, it's at least interesting to note that if the Cardinals win, they will be the most relevant thing to happen in or to the state of Missouri since the Civil War. Moving on to football. A recent survey identified the top 5 most hated players in the NFL. It reads less like a list and more like a police scanner. Number 1 is good old Michael Dogfighting Conviction Vic, most hated among dog owners. You d***. Also making the list were Manti Fake Girlfriend Teo, most hated among people not on Match.com, and Adamakin Sue, most hated by broadcasters who have to pronounce his name. You d***s. Ben Roethlisberger, most hated by women, came in at number 4, and Mark Sanchez, most hated by hairstylists, came in 5th. Great hair, still a d***. Arizona State faces off against the Cougs this Thursday. It seems more like the championship to see who comes out as Playboy's top party school than a meaningful football game. And finally, Zach Hodgkins, a Georgia high school basketball player born without the lower half of his left arm, has committed to the University of Florida. It's a pretty smart move on the Gators' part. I mean, Hodgkins took his high school team to the finals. He's got a lot of talent, and he never has to worry about double dribbling. Quiet, Ronnie. That's all for sports. Now I've got to go play basketball with John Mayer. Back to you.
Uruguay may become the first country in the world to fully legalize both medicinal and recreational cannabis. Here with more on the subject is our chief cannabis correspondent, Kelsey Meyer. Kelsey, what can you tell us about the situation in Uruguay?
All I've got to say is, it's about damn time, Sarah. Uruguay is the first country to treat weed the way it should be treated. Just like alcohol or tobacco, regulated, taxed. It's freaking awesome.
Taxed, regulated, how so?
Right? It's great. I mean, now the government can control, regulate, and limit the sale of weed for the entire country. So much better than them outlawing it completely. Puts the control back in the people's hands.
It actually sounds like the exact opposite. I mean, with greater regulations and taxes, won't weed be even more controlled than ever?
Yes, but that's a good thing. Look, governments tell us what to do and how to live our lives for a reason. If the government says I need to wear a seatbelt, I'm gonna wear one.
You're telling me if the government didn't tell you to wear a seatbelt, you wouldn't wear one?
Well, Shut up, Karan. I have an expert here who agrees with me, right?
Yeah. 100% approval rating.
Winston is your expert?
Well, he's been to India. That's close to Uruguay, right?
Not even close.
Okay, Kelsey, look, speaking as a journalist, it seems like you've gotten a bit too caught up in the culture of marijuana to make an objective observation.
Karan, I'm going to go ahead and stop you right there. Here's what it's all about. Several years ago, drugs such as marijuana were outlawed by using propaganda to draw a false equivalency in the public mind between cannabis and crime. This feeling persisted and coalesced with the war on drugs, an event which drove millions into prison systems across the world. This initially created an influx of capital in the form of court fines and created a subclass based upon the continuation of the drug war. But the long-term cost of imprisonment meant that the war on drugs was not feasible long-term. Meanwhile, the taboo on drugs created in popular culture a certain vogue behind drug use, particularly cannabis.
Yeah.
And so now that these taboos are beginning to be lifted, governments stand to make an even greater profit through taxation and regulation.
Uh-huh.
That's it, I'm done. Why do you guys look so surprised?
What he said.
I think I love you, Winston.
Finally.
And we'll be right back.
Oh, you startled me. Don't we all love to be scared? Isn't it fun? See, wasn't that fun? Yes. See, not all of you can have such a valiant and beautiful and scarantastic Halloween spirit as me. It's not easy for mortals. So I've decided to make an instructional video to help you get down with the most hollow of fiends. Should be funny. Okay, first things first, ladies. I've got some good news or bad news, depending on how you look at it. So what are you dressed up as?
I'm a sexy communist.
So how do you feel about Mao Zedong? Yes, ladies, your choices are limited to sexy blank, but that doesn't mean you can't be what you want to be. It just has to be slutty. Guys, do whatever the hell you want. Nobody cares anyways.
Trick or treat! Well, aren't you two just adorable? Here's one for you. One for you. Bro, we're all out, but drink this.
All right.
Juice bit!
Now after trick-or-treating, you want to go to the... Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on. Oh. I hope you all have a wonderful Halloween. And remember, every member of the household was found murdered the next day. Happy Halloween!
Welcome back to the update. We promise we won't scare you anymore.
That's right, Karan. Boom!
Sarah!
And now for everything entertainment, let's go to Jordan Kawachi, our resident source for all the latest celeb news and gossip. Jordan?
Thanks, Sarah. Hey, did it hurt?
When I fell from heaven?
No! When you accidentally in the 8th grade blew up your hamster in the microwave, did it hurt inside? Anywho, Kanye West angered some religious groups when, during a Seattle show, Jesus made a special guest appearance. Okay, first off, if you paid to go to a Kanye West concert and were surprised when he compared himself to Jesus, you're either an idiot or an extremely religious janitor. Seriously, he's not the first artist to do something like this, and frankly, I think it's cool. At least now we know Jesus can rap too. Tim Burton announced plans for Beetlejuice 2. I heard Burton was so excited by the script he went back in time, told his past self to make the first Beetlejuice movie. Not sure how that works, Tim, but okay. And now for a segment we like to call Bieber Watch 2013. A man has paid over $100,000 for plastic surgery so he can look like the Biebs. Dude, your plastic surgeon sucks. You look like Vanderbeek from Dawson's Creek or some sort of creepy sex mannequin. I think the real problem is you still look too much like a man. Notice Bieber's feminine jawline and lack of an Adam's apple. And also look at his breasts. Wait, that's a picture of Miley Cyrus. Bieber gave a Houston stripper a large pile of cash last week. I gotta say, I might be wrong about Bieber. He's not just about singing songs that make people hate America. He's also about making people hate America by wasting his fortune on strippers while millions of people starve to death slowly. Seriously? Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, I've just received some terrible news. Justin Bieber has been attacked and fatally wounded by a pack of wild ferrets while visiting Disney World in Orlando, Florida. Join me now in watching the pre-made celebrity death slate we have for literally every single celebrity. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some betting pools to collect on.
Watch out, people of New York. Cops are arresting people for having candy. Yes, apparently New York police accidentally detained 2 kids thinking that the Jolly Ranchers in their pockets were methamphetamine. It looks like Halloween has been canceled in New York this year.
An anonymous billionaire has paid Guy Fieri $100,000 to be his friend. There's something profoundly depressing about a millionaire thinking Guy Fieri is the absolute coolest guy to hang out with. Also, $100,000, Guy? Sell yourself, man. Sell yourself. Well, that's it for the update.
Have a fun, safe Halloween.
But we know you won't.
So good night and good luck, everybody.